not too long ago, I got an amazing opportunity to go to South Africa to bring animal chiropractic to the country, to teach veterinarians in the country about animal chiropractic, to have an amazing experience, work on some crazy and phenomenal animals. So my team and I went there, worked on some amazing things, and we want to take you along in this journey. We want you to see what we did and see how animal chiropractic can be brought to different nations and how it can change the lives of people and animals near you. We got the opportunity to meet a giraffe named Abby. Now, Abby sounds like a girl, but Abby is actually a boy, and it actually stands for abnormally large baby. So Abby was a giraffe that was taken as an orphan, and it was raised by hand by humans. Because of that, it has become very docile around humans, and so now it can't be released back into the wild. So Abby gets to live on a large nature reserve and gets to enjoy the company of people all day long. Now Abby is on a reserve that allows people to come in and interact with Abby.
He's literally just being loving in a boisterous way. Yeah, but humans, he doesn't realize we're a bit smaller than him.
Yeah. So I got the opportunity to bring some of my expertise to the East London Zoo. We were able to walk around with the director and look at different animals and show her areas where they may be struggling and where in the future they may be able to incorporate animal chiropractic into their zoo. We also got to hear from her and hear some of the struggles that she was facing in having a zoo of her size, but also in the country that she's currently in.
Our aim is to reach at least one child that will be able to make an impact later, and to show them something, to let them learn, let them see, let them love something, because you can't protect something, as I've said before, you can't protect something that you don't love, and you can't love something that you don't know. So if I want to say go and buy a ladder, I can't go to the hardware store and go and buy a ladder. Because we're local government, we have to then call on a third party, and the third party is allowed to put up to a maximum of 30% onto the cost of that item in order for them to survive. So if the ladder costs 100 Rand, he's going to charge me 130 Rand. And then he will then, because he now has to deliver it, a delivery fee would be 100 Rand. So then he will charge me another 100 Rand plus another 30 Rand onto that to deliver it. And then he will have administrative fees. And so in the end, for a ladder that's costing 1,000 Rand, I will be paying 2,500 Rand. And wow. It is very difficult.
So is that because, so your government requires you to use local business who then is allowed to rip you off at the same time that they are the ones providing the funding for you?
Yeah.
So the government is allowing themselves to be ripped off?
Ripped off, yes. What we aim to do is, like even the other day we went to a market just to explain to the people of the importance of the animals. And as I've said, that that we've got to look after them, because if we don't look after them, there's not going to be any left.
Right.
And everything is interlinked. As I say, from the bees to the lions to the birds to whichever, everything's interlinked. And that's what we have to do. We've got to look after them. And when a perception is, what does it taste like? It's initially quite demoralizing for someone, but you've got to get over that and say to the people, there's more to animals than a food source. As much as your life and your priorities are limited. We haven't got anything for you. He loves his egg.
Well, I was going to say, in even just the same spots that you were talking about, right? Or that we talked about with the other animals, like right here, like right there, and again, it's right where the ribs meet the lower back. Right there is a little spot. And then if I check the pelvis, yep, so if I push a little bit here, his whole body is, like if you put your hand here, as I push here, you'll just feel his lower back quiver
muscles,
just a little bit. So his pelvis is a little irritated. Mongoose are I've seen them fight snakes and everything else, so I know they are very...
incredibly vicious.
Yeah.
But as I say, this is my baby, and the one reason that I'll come to work every day. Hey, birds.
How old is he?
Yeah, he's about 14, 15.
And what's their normal lifespan?
7 or 8.
Oh yeah.
But
you
also
said that,
because they fight, and they their lifespan in the wild is limited because of the dangers that they find themselves in.
Yeah.
You know, as I said, conservation is there, it's important, but from our standpoint here, it's to educate the kids that there's more to wildlife and more to animals than just what you can have to sort of have on your farm to eat or whatever. You know, they need to have a respect, and they need to have a love, and they need to have a knowledge.
Continue to follow along with us as we travel across South Africa. We get to work on amazing animals like zebras and giraffes, Cape buffalo and lions, and showing animal chiropractic to people in places that have never seen it before.